we always get asked questions about bears. So we're going to talk about bears a little bit. There's four kind of bears you can run into. The first bear you're going to run into is the bear that you never see. That's a bear who, for whatever reason, smells you, hears you, runs away. You never see the bear. Second kind of bear you see is the bear that sees you and is immediately scared and runs away. Most of the time, that's the kind of bear you're going to see. The next bear you're likely to run into is that sow with cubs. That is the most dangerous of all the bears, especially if you surprise that sow and get close to her and she's not ready. The last bear that you're likely to see is that bear that for whatever reason decides they're going to eat you or see you as food. So now let's talk about bear defense. There's a lot of options here, and we want to talk about each one of them separately. First one is bear spray. Very good defense. Ranks as high as almost any weapon you see here. An excellent defense for someone who doesn't know how to use a firearm. One thing you should be mindful of with these. First of all, you don't want to test fire this. In other words, you don't want to buy this, go out and test fire it, and then throw it in your pack or carry it on your side and think that it's going to be ready for use. You need the full power of this can if you are truly in a charged situation. Firearms. People talk about pistols. We've got a 500 Smith & Wesson here. Powerful firearm, capable of killing a bear, for sure. The problem with pistols is unless you shoot all the time, a bear at a full charge covers about 44 feet in 1 second. The gun that's become very popular for lots of reasons is the 10 millimeter semi-automatic. And there's a couple of reasons for this. First of all, the 10 millimeter has the stopping power. And second, in a charged situation, you have enough shots to be firing down range, and you can see oftentimes where the bullet's hitting, especially if you're too low and it's hitting in the sand. And you're going to have enough shots before the animal gets on you to put a fair number of rounds, hopefully in the bear, to stop the charge. 45-70. 45-70, a lot of the guides up here carry the 45-70s, mainly because they're short, they're compact, they can carry them, they have the knockdown power. But again, it's one of those things, you better be proficient with the firearm. Shotgun, which probably, if you ask a lot of the old school people, is their number one weapon of choice, primarily because you have a 500-gram slug in this particular gun, and you can shoot several times for stopping power. And lastly is our hunting rifles. The rifles we're going to be carrying hunting. We have them slung over our side. You have to be bear aware and think about where you're at. If you're in the tundra and you can see 400 or 500 yards away, it's fine to carry your gun like this. But what we know from bear attacks with hunters is oftentimes when hunters are in tight situations, if you're in a very close quarters in an area that you know bears are, or you're seeing bear signs, carrying your firearm in the ready position, you have to be very careful with hunters around you. You have to make sure your safeties are on. But in a ready position enables a much quicker shot than if it's on your side. So hope you keep all of these things in mind when you come to Alaska. Think about it. There's a lot of different options here. I think the most important thing to take away is be proficient and practice with whatever you decide to use, especially if you're hunting on your own.